About 1,600 people were inside Sunnyside High School today to see former President Bill Clinton campaigning for his wife, Hillary Clinton. Mark Kelly and Gabby Giffords made the opening remarks.
Hillary is courageous. She will fight to make our families safer. Speaking is difficult for me, but January. I
want to say these two
but I want to take you through words, Madam President. Let's work together to make Hillary our president. Thank you.
And we begin our 9 on Your Side team coverage with Jennifer Dela Cruz live at Sunnyside High School, where President Bill Clinton just wrapped up his speech about an hour ago now. Jennifer.
Well, the crowds have completely cleared out, but just about an hour ago, this gym was filled to max capacity. Former President Bill Clinton spoke for about 45 minutes on a variety of different issues, including job creation, immigration, and gun control. Of course, speaking on behalf of his wife, Hillary, who unfortunately could not be here today. Take a listen to some of the highlights from today's speech.
The other big deal she did with Republicans was to go to the House Republican leader, Tom DeLay, who I believe disliked me more than anybody in Congress. He was their enforcer. And she said, "Now, Congressman, I know we don't have much in common." He said, "Hillary, do we have anything in common?" He said, "Yeah, we do. You love your kids, don't you?" He said, "What's that got to do with it?" He said, "Congressman, whatever our difference is, I know your children are adopted, and I honor you for adopting them. Here's the problem. Our foster care rolls are exploding. Children are aging out of foster care with no education options, no training options, no place even to live. They're just going to be turned loose on the street. It is morally wrong. I want you to deal with the problem." He said, "Well, what is the problem?" He said, "People are afraid to adopt children who aren't infants. And they're afraid to adopt children with special needs. So I want us to give a big tax credit for people who adopt non-infant children and children with special needs to do more and do some other things." Now, listen to this. They passed the bill. The congressman actually came to the White House. We had a nice signing, and there was an 80% increase in the number of kids adopted out of foster care because of that. We've got to do this. So if you want to rise together, I want you to get out there and help her. Will you do it? Like I said, one of the happiest memories of my political life was in 1996 when I saw that for the first time since Harry Truman was president, Arizona had voted for a Democrat. And I would like to see it happen again, but it depends on what you do Tuesday. Thank you, and God bless you.
Well, today's rally comes after a busy political weekend that we've had here in southern Arizona. We've seen visits from Senators Ted Cruz and Bernie Sanders, along with Donald Trump, as they campaign ahead of Arizona's presidential preference election on Tuesday. And coming up at 10 o'clock, we'll hear more from former President Bill Clinton in his speech here today. We're live at Sunnyside High School. Jennifer Dela Cruz, KGUN-9 on your side.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. And people were waiting for hours outside in the heat today, hoping to get a chance to be a part of that Hillary Clinton event. 9 on Your Side's Megan Thompson continues our team coverage now. Megan, you were out there with those large lines today, so it sounds like it was a good turnout.
Absolutely, it was, Christina. Roughly 1,600 people was what we're being told by organizers showed up today to this event and actually filed in the gymnasium where Jennifer Dela Cruz was just in. And obviously, with all of those lines coming around, every passing minute, it just continued and continued to grow.
My mom said, like, "Oh, I've never been the first for anything," so it's kind of exciting.
Being first meant being early for Robert De Leon, showing up to Sunnyside High School around 9:30 this morning.
We were looking for the line, and then we walked here, and the auditorium was open, so we just walked in, and they were still setting up.
But he was not alone for very long as the lines began sprawling and snaking around the building.
I really have a lot of respect for both he and for Hillary.
A majority of the crowd supporters of the Democratic frontrunner, looking for a chance to hear more directly from those involved.
I'd like to have my concerns and questions answered, and I think they will be.
But among the crowd, a few people stood out, standing against the Clinton campaign.
America cannot wait. This incremental attitude for change, we can't wait. The American people need help yesterday. We need help now.
Barbara Selar says she was a little nervous to face the supporters, but she held her sign for what she believed in.
I'm very upset. So this is just me trying to use my voice, and that's all I can do. I'm an American as well as anybody else here, and I care.
But the scene of opposition, a stark contrast to rallies yesterday for Republican frontrunner Donald Trump.
I haven't gotten sucker punched yet, so that's exciting.
And for De Leon, he says the heat only came from the sun, not from the crowd around him.
It's kind of disheartening when you see rallies and you're seeing people get punched left and right and a lot of fear mongering, but here it's been peaceful, everyone's been pleasant.
Now, there were some folks who didn't make the cut. About 200 people actually had to be turned away because the gymnasium had reached capacity. So some people were very disappointed that they waited out in line and weren't actually able to get in. But again, they were able to get roughly 1,600 people inside that gymnasium today. For now, we're live outside Sunnyside High School. Megan Thompson, KGUN-9 on your side.
All right, thank you, Megan. And